Good morning from Budapest. It is day 2 here of GB in the World Championship Division 1A, and what a big day it is. It's their first game of the tournament, and about 6:30 tonight, your time, this arena will be full of fans from all nations. A great number coming over from GB, 250 around we expect. But most of the support in here will be for Hungary. 6:30 tonight, your time, the first game for GB, but more of that later. The boys are in great spirits. They've had a great couple of days here. They arrived on the Friday. Their first full day was yesterday, Saturday, and now Sunday. It is first game day. Of course, there's 3 games, 6 teams in the tournament. There's 3 games today. And of course, it's GB who have the evening game against the host. Well, we've been catching up with players for the last 24 hours. A big day too for 2 players who make their debuts, Ben Davies and Aaron Nell, and we'll talk to them shortly. But first of all, I caught up with assistant coach Doug Christiansen. Doug, first practice here in Hungary. How's that gone?
Well, I think getting back into a foreign country, getting back to the pace that you need to get to, takes a little bit of time. I thought as the legs started to move, we got better, but the ice got worse, which is going to be a factor this whole tournament. The ice out conditions aren't the best, and when you play 3 games with the heat that's outside and the heat in this building, we're going to have to learn to play with choppy ice.
What can you do as a team to kind of get around that? Is there anything you can do, or you just got to live with it?
Well, we got to live with it, but to be honest with you, for our skill set and the team that we have, probably a little bit uglier hockey might favor us. So I told the players you need to embrace it, enjoy it, because it's got to be your friend this weekend.
What can you think of the tournament? I mean, we've talked about this already on previous interviews. Every team is going to give you a tough night. I mean, what I'm going to say really is you could beat every team, you could lose to every team. The sort of standard is that close together.
Well, that's the beauty of the new format with the IHF. We experienced that last year where in previous years they had just taken the next 12 countries and split them up evenly. Now they've brought the top 6 together, which makes for a much tougher group, much better competition, better games. But also a true feeling that anybody can go up and anybody can go down, and that's good for the sport, that's good for the people who are traveling over, and obviously good for everybody who's watching it on television.
You took a lot of penalties in Latvia as a team. Is that something you've worked on that you're going to try and erase from the game?
Well, we talked about it a lot. We talked about it in Latvia, especially at the end of the tournament, and we talked about it going into this one, that the penalties that we took in Latvia are just they killed us. And we look back at that tournament. Hopefully that's a lesson learned moving forward. But I do think that that's something for us that if we can stay out of the box, good things are going to happen. But one thing you have to remember is in Latvia and Kazakhstan and France, you had 3 very good hockey teams that pushed us to the limit. Finally,
spirits are great. We've just seen that by the penalty shootout at the end and the singing of the national anthem. The boys seem to be really enjoying themselves.
Well, one of the things that I wanted to do there was have the boys have a little bit of fun, but also remind themselves that they're playing for their country. And all the boys kind of joined in at the end. It was fantastic, and hopefully that pride and that enthusiasm carries through for the full week.
Aaron, with the senior squad, how are you feeling? How are you feeling and fitted in, and how are you finding things?
It's been good so far. We've had a good week so far, and it's a good group of boys, so it's been pretty easy to get into it.
Have you found it kind of how you expected, or have there been some things that have been like curveballs for you?
No, it's been how I've expected. It's been really good so far, and everyone's having a good time and we're enjoying it.
What about the tournament? You know, what can you expect as a team, and what can you expect personally?
As a team, we just want to play well every game and try and get promoted. Why not? So just make it a success, and personally, just every time I get on the ice, just work hard and make sure I do my job.
Talked a lot about team spirit. How crucial is that in a tournament like this?
It's very important. That's how we get that extra 10-20%. So team spirit's good, and it'll pull us through the tournament.
And how do you think, as a player, I mean, I'm sure you've played in many similar tournaments at other levels, how do you think as a player you cope with playing such a number of games in a short space of time? That must be tough on the body.
It is tough, but you've got to look after yourself, and it's the same for everyone. So every team's playing 5 games in 7 days, so it's no excuse. So we just got to work hard and pull for it.
Well, joining me now, the Cardiff Devils player, Ben Davies. Ben, it's going to be your senior international debut at this tournament. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm feeling quite good. Looking forward to the game tomorrow. Obviously, it's going to be a good win against the home nation coming in. All the guys are feeling good, so yeah, I'm looking really forward to it.
In some ways, is it good to go in such a sort of, it's going to be a fiery atmosphere. If you'd started probably at an 11 o'clock game, it would have been quiet and dead, but you're almost being thrown straight into the cauldron playing the hosts.
Yeah, obviously Hungary are a top team, and just go out there and try my best, and obviously, hopefully, just keep rolling and have a good tournament as well as a team.
You obviously know a lot of the boys. You've got teammates here. You've got guys, I guess, you've played with before. Have you felt you've settled in? It seems as though everyone's getting on fine.
Yeah, all the guys are really schmelty. Everyone's made me feel welcome, and yeah, it's brilliant.
Under 18s, of course, you play for as well. Under 20s, have you noticed a big difference already? You know, in the preparation and such like. Is there a big step up?
Yeah, it's obviously more professional on the ice and off the ice. Obviously, there's similarities with going away with the GB team, but no, yeah, looking forward to it.
And what do you want to take personally? Have you got any personal aims out of the tournament?
Obviously, promotion would be unbelievable. We obviously get Hungary out the way first, and hopefully everyone plays well, gets a good game under their belt, and then we go for the second game and just keep rolling, hopefully. So yeah, definitely promotion.
Well, it's nearly time for the action to get underway, and you can keep in touch with GB in so many ways. The games will be live on TV and on internet radio. Premier Sports, if you want to watch it, that's on the Sky platform, and internet radio as well, icehockeyuk.co.uk. Go to the website, icehockeyuk.co.uk, and there will be full match commentary there on all of GB's games, as with the TV. You can keep in touch with us on Twitter and all sorts of different ways, so you will never miss a thing here with GB in Budapest. It really is a good spirit in the camp at the moment, and you'll see why over the next few moments. GB assistant coach Doug Christiansen decided to hold a penalty shootout at the end of training yesterday, and they went to sudden death, and there was a few players left standing, but the loser of the tournament had to have a very special forfeit. So we'll leave you with this that shows how good the spirit is in the camp. And it was a memorable moment for Mark Thomas as well, one I don't think he'll forget.
God save our noble Queen, long live our gracious Queen. Again.